Racer Knight, Bengals Report, Jane the Bay, Cowboys Fan, Carsoto Films known as T, Australian Seed Meow, Gaming 2DMX, Joshua the Bucks Fan Logan, Lord Flip, ENG Gaming, Monster Game of the Hedgehog, Janito Gaming, Sports Tom, Luigi the God Gamer, and DC Blogs LSU. Every person on my official fans list here having their thoughts and opinions and feelings valued in their own unique ways. That is what forms a community here. Has, will, and always be that way. Well, hello. Hey. And hi. So, the classic respectful history between me and Australian Seed Meow continues. That's right. Oh, there we go. Okay. Continues now. So, I am going to respond to a video, well, just part of it, that has, like, the main message, I feel. Because the video itself is several minutes long, so I picked out the portion of the video where Australian Seed Meow explains the core message of his thoughts, feelings, and opinions about me. Now, mind you, Australian Seed Meow had uploaded this video over 2 years ago. And Wyatt told me that he thought that it would be in the best interest to carry on with this classic, respectful history between me and Australian Seed Meow. A classic, respectful history. Listening, living, and learning. So, without further ado,
I made a video like 9 months back about Young Defiant and Mr. Business Suits and how they treat the audience. Memory serves me correct, I said in that video Mr. Business treats his audience with respect and actually listens. Both sides can talk to one another. Whereas Young Defiant, it's his thoughts and only his thought. That was basically what I remember saying back then. It was very noticeable. And it feels like Mr. Businesses has gone down the direction of a Young Defiant, but not with the ego part. It's the reinforcing of what he believes and only what he believes. I know that's controversial to say, because a lot of people will go, oh, I can't say that. That's how it feels like. That's how it feels like right now. How it's gone from the idea of a true fan being someone who does not disagree with you.
Right there. That is the main message I felt like he was saying. So, first of all, his video response there was over 2 years ago. So, how I responded in videos, how I reacted in videos was completely different over 2 years ago. Completely different. The difference was, let me just get to the point right off. I always understood that people will not always agree with me. That part, I always understood. The difference was, in the past, was I always did not take the time to respond to people's thoughts, feelings, and opinions that were not in agreement with me about anything I may have said. The difference was I never took the time to respond thoroughly, completely explaining not only my narrative, but your narratives. That's what the difference was between now, currently, as I do respond to your narratives, I do react to your narratives. I always acknowledge who the core audience of my fans are that will always have a deserving place in the front row. And because I've always said this, the front row of my audience will always be my fans. And in the middle row will just be the casual viewers that just watch me and then just watch and just click off and just go on about their day. And obviously the people in the back of the audience are people that will just choose to not agree with anything that I say for no reason. Because when I say no reason, it's like there will always be those types of people that will say, well, I choose not to agree. And then if I say why, then they won't explain why. And that's how I was in the past. I chose not to respond thoroughly to people's thoughts, feelings, and opinions, such as Australian Seed Meow, as an example. And so, and Australian Seed Meow said that spot on. I never had a ego. I never will have an ego. A ego does not exist within me. The difference was me responding in a video and me explaining thoroughly in a video my side, but also your side. That's what I did not do. That is what I did not do in the past. I understand that. None of you have to tell me that because I already knew. Now, Australian Seed Meow said that spot on. That he felt some type of way that he thought that everyone had to agree with me or nothing at all. So that is that is how he felt. I do not agree with that because I just explained. I always understood that not everybody is going to agree with everything I say. Me and Wyatt never agree on everything. There's plenty of issues that me and Wyatt do not agree on. But guess what? We agree and disagree of the combination. And to agree and disagree of the combination, that was what Australian Seed Meow wanted from me in the past. And I can understand that. And I can understand how he feels about that because I was not that way in the past. But I learned. I listened. So all of that transitioned into now to where I do video responses. I react to people's thoughts, feelings, and opinions. I acknowledge who the people are in the front row of my fans list that will always deserve that front row seat here. Because that to me is like the core audience. And with that, I always acknowledge the fans list. And most importantly, Tuesdays of every week, I always take that foot forward, that extra step forward, and doing live streams every Tuesdays. So I have done not one, not 2, but 3, but 4 steps, taking that step forward and acknowledging the moments that when people may not agree with something I may have said. To always disagree 100%, that's not right. To always agree 100%, that's not right. I always understood that. The difference is I never took the time to explain not only my side, but your side of the narratives completely. When I did respond in the past, it would be something very short and to the point that never explained everything. Meaning my side of the story and your side of the story. And I always understood that, and I always will understand that. The difference was that was how I was in the past. I never took the time to respond thoroughly, not only about my narrative, which I did, but I would always explain it short and to the point. Whereas I should have explained my narratives 100% to the point, and to also where I should have acknowledged what your narratives was 100% to the point. That is what I did not do in the past. I did understand that. I do understand that, and I always will understand that. The point is, Australian Sea Meow, I always noticed that he always took the time to voice his thoughts, feelings, and opinions about me. And I felt like what Wyatt said was 100% accurate. That taking the time to respond to clips of someone's thoughts, feelings, and opinions, and to react to it, not only to react to it, but to respond to it completely, of my narrative, and most importantly, his narrative. So I felt like I did that today. And to Australian Sea Meow, I completely understand what you said. So you thinking that it was a requirement of everyone to agree with me 100%, not correct. Because I just explained the difference was I acknowledged that. I always did understand that. The difference was in the past, I never took the time to respond completely to that. Whereas now, I react completely 100%. I respond 100% completely. Not only from my narratives, but most importantly, to my fans in the front row, your narratives. I know that. You know that. And most importantly, everyone here within my community here knows that. And with that, I will see you all Tuesday in my live streams.